two of these boys and girls will spend some part of their lives in a mental institution.
Welcome to Hanging Loose, a disc golf podcast, hosted by Shanked DG and Spiiciiboii. Today's guest, Jordan at Color Your Game.
Knows who dem franchise boys is, but he doesn't know who Living Color is.
No, I'm convinced it's Pearl Jam. Hello and welcome to the Hanging Loose podcast. My name is Caleb, and with me as always,
Caleb. It's your government name. Spiiciiboii.
Spiiciiboii. I'm Shanked DG.
Here and as always, dealing with some personal things, so I may not be on my normal game today. Shout out to RanDiscGolf, our brand new sponsors. We appreciate having you guys. It's just Randy. I don't know if there's anybody else.
There's his wife,
Randy, and
his CPA,
and his painting van that he operates in. But yeah, it's
yes. Thank you so much to RanDiscGolf for this support. Sorry, I thought there was a pause there.
No, I mean there was, but not intentionally. How you been this week, bud?
Real good. Nothing but weird encounters with people, and it seems that it's continuing. So,
oh yeah, let's hear about one of them for story time, and then I'll give you guys all my sad personal stuff that's going on. Yeah.
So, naturally, I was in the Burger King drive-thru, as you do, and ordering my food, and I got the third degree from the drive-thru attendee. I ordered a Dr. Pepper, and he was like, "Oh, great choice, best drink." I was like, "Okay, dude, like I don't need your
just give me my fucking drink."
Yeah, I don't need your commentary here. And so and then I order mine, which is like a Texas Whopper, and I was like, "Oh, no tomato as well." And he's like, "What? That's the best part of the burger." And I'm like, what is this guy doing to me? And we lost Spicy.
Don't ever come to any of the trivia nights or bingo nights that I host, because
no,
I will rip you open in front of the whole bar.
No, I
do it
can't
every time. Anytime a guy walks in a golf polo shorts and some fucking tailor-made hat, I'm like, "How many over par did you shoot?" And he's like, "What?" So much fun. I don't know if you guys saw that I dipped out there for a second. If I have internet issues again, I'm just going to leave the show, and you guys can find a new co-host.
No, you're good.
No, I would probably just reset my router. I don't know what's happening, but of course it happens. My internet was fine all day when I had to do my day job, and then as soon as I get to do my fun job.
The nice part is you left and came back both times. So
it's true. So you're there. You're making it.
You really didn't miss that much, except for Shanked hates when people are casually talking to him in the drive-thru. That's it.
It's not casual talk. I do not need your commentary on my order. It is just no.
He just enjoys his job. I'm sure most drive-thru people don't enjoy their job, so that would be a welcome change for me. I love when I pull up and I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I want." Or listen, I'm a fat fuck, so most of the time my order is pre-made on an app, and I just show up and I'm like, "Kyle," and they're like, "Okay, pull up. Well, it's ready." And
preach.
It's the best way to order fast food.
100%.
Yeah, a lot of times when why is that?
No, go ahead. Interrupt her. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
No, you first.
Because I put no onions and I put no tomatoes. And the dumb fuck at the drive-thru is not putting the order in wrong and fucking it up. I do that. And then if it fucks up anyway, then I have a reason to be upset.
Can I ask you how you feel about sour cream, particularly sour cream from Taco Bell?
I don't like sour cream, period. I like sour cream donuts.
So it sounds like we order the exact same way, because I hate tomatoes and onions as well, which is like the biggest,
mushrooms. The
best part about using the app is like Spicy just said, doing it yourself. And yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably two fat pieces of shit that are abusing the shit out of the online ordering system. You go fuck yourself. How about that?
You know why? There's also hella coupons on the apps that save you a ton of money.
That's true.
So
see, I can't. Whenever I tell pretty much any fast food place to not put something on a sandwich, they just ignore it.
Right.
I end up eating it anyways.
Doesn't happen with the apps because
that's what I mean. Like when I do order in the app, they still just put it on there.
Right, but then you have a reason to be mad. If I tell Jimmy Two Nuts that I don't want sour cream, and he doesn't, there's no minus sour cream on the order, I can go yell at him and be like, "Hey, you stupid shit! I'm sorry you don't make any money. Listen, I'm poor as fuck, so I really can't make like the money comment, but." If you're going to do a job, have pride in that job.
This is where I fall on the Shank side of the spectrum because I'm going to bet this is what Shank does. Absolutely nothing. And just either throws it out or offers it to somebody else.
Oh, I just take it off.
Try and take it off.
Yeah.
Take off sour cream.
Oh, I guess, yeah. If you're, I'm
sour cream stuff.
Yeah, with the, well, I like sour cream, so that wouldn't be a problem for me. It's those little diced tomatoes they put on their tacos at Taco Bell that you can't get off. You have to try to sweep them off with your finger.
Looks like you're pleasuring a very strange human being.
But I that's also, I have really not good with people. I have never complained once. The other day I have some old phones in my junk drawer, and I was going to take them to that little kiosk in Walmart where you can sell your phone to a robot and see what I could get. They offered me a penny for a S9, by the way. Literally.
Which is funny because one of my my regular trivia players who I text back and forth with all the time, we went to the Diamondbacks game. I told you last week about my friend Sarah that passed, and Sarah works security at the Diamondbacks games. And so I went through her specific gate that she used to work at, took a photo, and she sent me the photo. And I was like, "Did you take this with a fucking ham sandwich? Why does this look like this?" And she said, by the way, that's not an original joke. That's stolen from one of the original YouTube videos that was posted. But she goes, "Well, I have a Samsung Galaxy S8." And I was like, "From 1992? Why do you have that? Get a new phone." And she's like, "I will."
Up until a week ago, I had a XR.
What is that?
iPhone XR, which is before the actual 10 came out.
Jeez, man.
I don't know how you survive.
But yeah, I put my phone in the thing, and then you plug it in and it analyzes everything about it, and then the door broke, and it wouldn't give me my phone back after I didn't want to give it to it for a penny. And I had to call a support number, and genuinely, when I was on hold with them, I was like, how much do I care? Should I just walk away from this?
Yes, you should have.
No, but I can sell it personally for $20, maybe.
No, you can't.
I can hope. But I genuinely thought, I stood there and I was like, do I just leave it in the machine? Do I want to go through? Because Walmart's customer support can't help you. You have to call a number on the machine, and then they send you to someone who's working remote, and they're like, is this your machine? It was a whole nightmare thing. But I'm genuinely so worried about people observing me that I thought I'm just going to walk away from this, because standing on the phone with customer support as I'm trying to get my phone out of the poor person machine, I was just dying of embarrassment.
Nope, I'd have left it. Listen, so the company that I work for charges people for their car insurance based on the mileage that they drive. And I can't, if I had the ability to go back and add up all of the time that I've spent on the phone with people who were like, listen, this says that I drove 9.6 miles and I drove 9.59 miles. And you guys are overcharging me. It's like, we're not even charging you a full penny more than a penny, 1 cent. And you had me on the phone for 35 minutes arguing with me about it.
That, yeah.
There's I can't remember where I heard it, but there was if Bill Gates dropped $100 bill, it would not be worth his time to stop and pick it up.
Right.
Like, you have to know what your time is worth. And if you're that adamant about half a penny, you're doing it wrong.
That's a great point.
Like, it's just like,
especially for something that minuscule, like
it's just like, God damn, man. So that was Burger King your story time, because I've definitely got a funny one.
Sure, but RB3 cut that.
So I did go to the game. I did get my replica jersey. I was very excited about it, and got to honor my friend Sarah and all that fun stuff. And the person that I went to the game with is that, like I said, one of my trivia players. Her name's Regan. She's concierge at a hotel in Phoenix, the nicest resort in Phoenix. She's great, very generous to me. And so the seats that we had were right above the Diamondbacks bullpen, like front row. I could reach over and drop shit into the bullpen.
Did you?
And no, because I'm not trying to get kicked out. But there were 2 security guards down in the bullpen, and they opened the bullpen gate in between innings so they can, players can go in and out or whatever. And we noticed, like, the Diamondbacks were losing 8-0 in the second inning. It was an absolute beating. And so the game wasn't really interesting. So I'm, looking at every other thing. And one of the security guards, I don't want to tell you who he looked like because it's very controversial, but he looked like a very famous, infamous person. And he kept, like, adjusting his collar. I mean, like, every 30 seconds, he'd be like, And so I mentioned it to Regan, my friend, and then there were 2 people sitting next to us who also happened to notice that he was just fucking with his collar forever. And so I kept, every time he would touch his collar, I would cheer, like, so loud. And I'd be like, pop that collar! Like, we were just yelling at the security guard. And so eventually it got to the point where we forgot there was a baseball game happening. And we were just giving this guy shit. And so, like, eventually he realized that someone was yelling at him, and he looks up at me, and I was like, give me a collar pop, and he starts laughing, and he's like, is that you? And I was like, yeah, dude. He goes, watch the game. I was like, we're losing by 8 runs. You are the game, bro. And he's like, well, these microphones are heavy. And I was like, those arms are heavy, right, dog? And, like, I was just going back and forth with this guy. And so he goes, I'm not going to do it again because, like, I hear you. And I was like, you're going to do it again. He goes, I won't. I was like, if you do it again, you owe me a baseball. And so he went maybe, like, 2 innings and you could tell he was, like,
it's just bothering him.
He's just trying so hard not to adjust his collar. So he finally did it. And I was like, I saw that. And he looked up and he pointed at me, and he never gave me my baseball.
That motherfucker.
I cannot.
Dude.
The best part is those seats are season tickets that Regan has. So I can go back.
I need to go back.
Fully going back, and I'm going to rip that guy a new one about that.
That is awesome.
And he's going to remember me because, nobody's ever mentioned his damn collar.
You need to make a Sharpie t-shirt that says, where's my baseball?
Yeah, give me my baseball collar pop, guy. Sign that shit. It was so fun. And
signature and nobody else's.
Yeah, it was a
Do you have a picture of the guy that you could, like, put on the poster? Bring a sign into the game?
I don't.
He looks like an infamous. Who's this infamous celebrity? He looks like.
They can't see the chat on the stream, right? Because I'll write it in the chat.
Okay.
But you can't say who it is because we're gonna get in trouble.
I cannot wait.
Do you know who that is?
Oh no.
Yeah. He looked just like that guy, and I was like, "Oh!"
I was expecting like Diddy or something.
No. Diddy's worst nightmare. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It was.
You can't say that.
I did, and no one knows except us. It was horrible.
Oh fuck.
Speaking of horrible,
1450.
That might be that's the funniest joke I've heard in so long. Oh my god.
So speaking of horrible,
Oh fuck.
There's obviously some things going on in the disc golf world right now that are pretty wild, and we don't want to add fuel to that fire. I don't want to take sides. I don't want to deal with anything one way or the other. There's some information coming out later today about those things and making those things right. So I don't want anyone to think we're not addressing those. We're purposefully not addressing them because my good friend Terry Miller was kind of caught in the crossfire, and I defended him, I think, rather eloquently on Twitter today.
Yes.
And I don't want to continue to pile onto him or the other gentleman who's involved. So we're going to let the rest of that information come out later tonight through Terry's podcast on Smashbox. I can't talk. So please just understand we're not ignoring what happened. We're all very upset by what happened, but steps are being taken to rectify that situation, which you will hear about shortly, just not from us. So
yes, just from the friend of the podcast, Terry Miller.
Yes.
That's all he's known for.
No one knows him.
No.
People found out who he was through us.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, check out their stuff for the get full scoop, if you will. And sorry to everyone affected. We did try to do something to help, but it just turned into a bunch of nothing. So
yeah, we had some thoughts and some ideas and things, and I'm gonna shut my blinds because this is really egregiously bright.
It's fucking getting bombed over there.
Sorry, it's not 9 p.m. in the evening like it is in Oklahoma.
It's moody, thank you. I need like a bookshelf behind me and maybe like a little tea. Can I just
Dude, it's full out dark outside. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you're in wrong time, so
yeah. You're in Yankee time, which is
Yankee time.
First place time right now, I think. So yeah, let me close my blinds. I'm gonna send off the invites for our guest here in just a minute. So Shanked, if you want to vamp a little bit with RV3, and I will be right back.
Yeah. All right, time to vamp.
You have a disc pick?
Do I have a disc pick? No, but I can grab one. There's one somewhere over here.
If not, I have a story time.
Oh, actually, I do have a disc pick. That's kind of neat. I got a Vibram disc with a little Jimi Hendrix on there.
Is that like base plastic or premium plastic?
I don't really. It's very similar
rubber,
to.
So
it's not rubber. It's like. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's like you could kind of see the spec. I don't have my phone number on there, do I?
Oh, is the flight? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got like the flight path.
Yeah.
On that. Come on, focus, please.
You're just giving away your phone number there, so you'll have to blur that.
That's not my phone number.
Oh,
well, we're gonna find out whose it is.
That's the weight. It's 175F. But yeah, I think it's like a jawbreaker plastic, but not as soft. It's really hard, but it's an O-lace. If you were to look at the side profile of it,
oh my god, O-laces are so understable.
Really? Because I can't get this thing to flip for nothing.
Well, I know one of my good friends, Nick.
It looks like it's warped. Did you run it over with a truck?
It's a Vibram disc. It's probably 30 years old.
You guys.
It's got a Jimi Hendrix on it.
You guys. All right. Your face. Guys.
Did you leave that in?
Yeah, 100% leave that in.
Yeah.
I have a disc pick / giveaway before we bring our guest on. And this is one of the discs that my good friends at OTB sent me. It's a
Showstopper.
Ella Hansen Signature Tour Series FD Showstopper.
I had one of those on that night when my doorknob fell off. Just different stamp.
I know. And so this is the year before yours, I think.
Okay.
So this will be our giveaway for this week. And I don't really know what I want people to do. That's the part that I really struggle with is like deciding what to tell people.
They could check out the homepage for the podcast.
Ooh, I like that.
Tell them.
Go to disclab.io. We'll put the link somewhere. And visit the homepage, take a screenshot, and then put the picture in the comments of the dedicated Twitter post to get entered to get the showstopper.
Dedicated Twitter
It'll just be a page with the logo
Yeah,
it might say coming soon or something like that, but we're working on the whole profile for these guys for the website. So it'll be another cool way to support the podcast and support Disc Club. So thank you guys so much.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't had a giveaway in a minute, so I really wanted to do one this week.
It's getting a little too moody in my room. I have to turn on this overhead.
Well, welcome to the lighting podcast. We're back.
Hold on.
Oh, Christ,
Whoopsies.
what's this going to be? Some
Whoopsies.
stupid remote shit?
Did you guys hold on? We might have something here. Randy, I don't know if you guys he talked to you guys. We're getting he's getting our jerseys already.
Oh no, he did not tell me.
And we've got a couple concepts for the badge. He wanted to incorporate our logo with his.
Ooh.
So we've got, come on, focus in.
A cell phone?
That.
Okay.
Just a concept for the badge on the jersey.
This is exclusive information.
Or, yeah, this is straight out of a text conversation. Come on, focus in, focus in, focus in, focus in. That one. I'm so shaky. I haven't had my alcohol today.
Can we not center it? Or is he going to put his name in there?
Yeah, it's not finished yet. We're deciding on for the audio listeners, go fuck yourself.
God damn. All right, I am sending off our link to our guest, so he should be joining us shortly.
But yeah,
we've got go ahead, finish before I announce.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, well, we have a very exciting guest. His name's Jordan. He owns a company called Color Your Game, and he has, it's right here if you can't see it, I got the whole set.
Ooh.
He's got, I think I have some actual props, so I can leave those there. He makes a disc golf coloring book, and there are 18 holes or 18 pages. So there are ones like, that's my favorite one from OTB. It's not from OTB, but it reminds me of OTB. And nice wooded scenes with some rivers. And there's actually a bonus one here at the end with a little trophy on it. And he's actually had people say that they want to get this tattooed. So I'm going to, and then each coloring book comes with a full set of colored pencils included with a sharpener. So you're never without it. And we'll also be sending off these slimline minis that he has. This will be a giveaway at the end of the episode.
Ooh.
Slimline mini, so they're real thin. When you put them in your pocket, you forget they're there. And we've also got some Velcro bag patches. Color Your Game.
Nice.
That's sick as hell.
Yeah,
right?
and
dude, that's dope.
And he's also going to be giving us some hats to give away. And here's the cool part.
Go.
The hats are fully colorable. They're black and white. You color them with a Sharpie, and if you decide that you want to change the colors, you can actually just remove it with an alcohol-based cleaning solution and recolor it. It's the coolest goddamn thing.
Coolest shit ever.
I know.
Dude.
He was like,
God damn.
I got a sunburn from him, so I could hear about the stuff. I love that he just doesn't turn his camera off. He just gets up. But I'm super excited to have him on. He's super passionate about disc golf. He also knows Terry and is friends with Terry. So I sent him the link. He should be joining shortly. I do have to send it one other way, so forgive me while I do that. What's going on? What's going on with your dogs over there?
Not my dogs, neighbors' dogs.
Does your neighbor live with you?
Yes, basically. I could probably shake his hand through his window if I reached out that window behind me.
That sounds erotic.
Almost.
Yeah, so he'll be in here shortly. Like I said, I don't know.
He's here, but he's not here yet. So
he's here, but he's not here yet. I wonder if he's waiting for the other invite that I'm trying to send, and my internet's being internet again. So
if I asked you what a slut button was, do you know what I'm talking about?
A slut button? That's what I call it. Clitoris.
Clever.
What will you tell me what it is?
So you know on like button up polos, the very bottom button. I was told to button up my slut button the other day, and I thought it was one of the funniest things I'd heard.
A slut button. Yeah, that's a new one. Let me. Sorry, professional podcasters.
Right. This is. Also, I apologize to the audio listeners. Check out the VOD. It's on YouTube. This is going to be a very visually heavy episode with literally a coloring book, and then I was showing off logos and all the other stuff. So, yeah, check out the VOD if you're on the audio version.
You know what they won't miss? My fart.
Oh, yeah. This might all need to be cut.
No, we're not cutting any of it.
I want to get a soundboard.
He's not here anymore.
I don't know. He might be having trouble like I was having trouble. Good old Arizona internet. 50th in public education and 50th in internet.
Tell me if you can hear this.
When I was a young man, I had a dream. And that dream was to own an online disc golf shop and to pair up with a completely mediocre amateur podcast. And as of today, my dreams have come true. So what I want you to do is buy your discs at RanDiscGolf.com and listen to the Hangin' Loose podcast. Thank you.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, man.
Hey, there he is.
That sucks. Hey, what up, dude?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you great.
Hey, there we go. So I'm working on trying to see you.
Oh, no worries.
Camera setup is over there, and you guys should be here.
I love the setup. I mean, that's great framing for all your stuff there.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm pulling out all the stops here. I even got tea with some lemon and honey, so my voice doesn't get all raspy.
Oh, we love raspy in this house.
Dang.
I just sent the other link to that email that you asked for, so that should be coming shortly.
Gotcha.
Sick.
Anyways, you guys are mid-show, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We usually bring the guest in about half hour into the show to finish out the show with us, and
awesome.
so you don't have to deal with us talking about fast food and terrible stories and
I'm all for it. Literally. I love watching the show. I was kind of wishing I was able to tune in, so I had a little bit of segue into you guys' show this evening. But
yeah, we've considered going live. If you've made it this far into the show, leave a comment in the comments if you would like to see us go live on the show or not. We could at least stay topical then.
Are we not topical?
No, we're a disc golf news show that comes out a week after the news happens.
We're not a news show.
Yeah, I was like,
sort of.
We are not a news show at all.
Jesus. Oh man.
Sorry, bear with me here.
No, you're good.
Anyway, so how's your guys' day going? Well, let's just start off this. I've met Spiiciiboii. I haven't met Shanked DG. You're in Michigan, I believe.
Yep.
Awesome. Right on.
No, I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I just thought you were in the Michigan area.
Used to be Iowa, so that
he wishes.
Not quite wrong.
Okay.
Iowa
Oklahoma.
as of 5 months ago. Frick yeah. So Spicy was telling me about the hats there that I think is right there in frame. That is such a cool idea. The recolorable hats.
Yeah. So essentially, bear with me here. I'm not the best multitasker.
I mean, at least your internet works because mine wasn't.
All right, so
I had to join the stream 3 separate times today.
Boom. There we go. There you guys are. Nice. So yeah, anyways, so initially we started out as I came out with a coloring book related to disc golf. I'm always trying to influence our sport and just grow it to the next levels. And I think everything counts. Literally everything counts. That being said, so we took the graphics that we're using for our coloring book, transitioned it into being able to put it on hats to where you can color. So pretty much any image we have in our book, or we can customize one for you as well. But we throw it on a hat, and it's done in a certain way where you can color it, and it doesn't bleed, it doesn't rub off. The small little trick to it is if you use an alcohol-based cleaner or just rubbing alcohol, you can redo it, and the image stays, but the coloring part goes away.
You wipe away the color so you can do it again.
Correct.
That is awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's like I said,
really
we're thinking outside the box. We're trying to use all the tools and assets we have. A little bit backstory on myself is I've been in the sport for 14 years. This year will be my 10th year with the PDGA. So I'm heavily invested. This sport is my life in a lot of ways. But yeah, thinking outside the box, we do, custom stuff for clubs, tournaments. That's kind of, we're here to grow, but we're also here to help other people grow, which is kind of what made me reach out to you guys, because I like what you guys are doing. Like I said, everything counts, man.
The whole concept of this show when we started was to find cool people in the sport that are doing stuff, other than the pros, because every other podcast has a pro on every other week. But we wanted to focus on the am side of disc golf, which I think is where a lot of the innovation and like the true sense of the community comes from. So I really love the idea of the coloring book, and the hats are such a unique idea.
Yeah, like I said, it's we realize that coloring books aren't made for everybody. They have their place, and but that being said, we have a lot of skills that go into it, and it could be transferred into a lot of other accessories and facets of the sport.
Yeah. So do you draw, like, in making a coloring book? Like, are you the artist that behind the outlines?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a loose term. I'm not gonna BS. I couldn't probably draw a perfect circle to save my butt. The art that's generated is using a lot of different computer programs, and then a lot of Photoshop involved.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of graphic work involved in it, and a lot of fining and changing stuff. And the biggest thing is like, there's an easy way out of everything, and I recommend everybody try that. It's the first way. If it doesn't work, then obviously go to the hard stuff. But that being said, like, I tried a lot of different AI programs, and there's a lot of stuff online where you can create your own coloring book. But at the end of the day, the graphic has to be perfect for it to pick up like a good coloring image. Like, it takes a special image to be a good coloring image. So.
And you got 19 of them.
Yeah, so the book, this our flagship book. We have other books that haven't been released yet, but they're ready to go and ready to print. Yeah, he's got it right there. So essentially, we designed it to have 18 holes to represent 18 holes of disc golf. So as you color your way through that, you get to the end, and there's a bonus page at the end, the 19th hole, the trophy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so being out here in Arizona, we got to throw some of that deserty cactus vibe,
Yeah.
But not leave out the other states too. I'm not originally from Arizona. I was born in Nevada, but raised out here in Arizona for the most part. But I try to mix it up, mountains, and we even got creative with some space themes and stuff like that. So
heck yeah, I like it a lot. Excited to see what else comes out. So you're gonna
get to see, because I'm sending you one of these coloring books.
Yeah, I'm stoked. My kid's stoked. Little one. Yeah, kind of goes into what my question I was going to ask. Do you find a lot of the people that buy this from you are like dad or mom frolfers? Like, they're buying it for their kid? Because like I've seen my dad plays disc golf, like kids books, kind of stuff that. Like, yeah, absolutely. And I imagine at least in the coloring book aspect, a lot of your customer base has to be parents, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the nature of things. I mean, most kids don't buy things anyways, but yeah, I mean,
Steal those little turds.
you know, it depends. You know, sometimes they steal their parents' credit card and go wild, but yeah, the most of our consumers are going to be your parents that are well, that's hard. That's not necessarily true either. Actually, there's a lot of just adult coloring books where people are, you know,
For sure.
on tour, traveling from spot to spot, or where they're done playing at the round and they're chilling at their campsite or they're chilling at their spot they're staying in, and it's a nice little leisure activity. So I mean, it's a mix of both, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the women are predominantly our customers, although you know a lot of males
I can see that
as well. Yeah,
no, I think it's it's whenever you're starting anything, you got to find your niche, and I think your niche is so well defined. I mean, the moment I saw you pop up on Instagram, I followed you because I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, there's a lot of people doing a lot of the same stuff. Not anybody besides you that I know of that's making disc golf coloring books.
Yeah, like I said, it's super awesome as far as the support we've got, and just kind of the, you know, being able to think outside the box. Like I said, everything matters when it comes to our sport. Even if it has nothing to do with our sport, if it's going back into our sport, it matters.
Oh, 100%.
You know, I was telling Spiiciiboii the other day, like you look at some of those big name sports out there, and they're paying hundreds of thousands, multi-million, you know, purse winnings, but they got there by having these sponsorships that are attainable by the masses, meaning, you know, small dollar amounts, Gatorade, you know, stuff like that. Everybody wants to drink a Gatorade, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with the sport.
Right.
But then you influence it and you tie it into the sport, right? So coloring book, you know, sure, it's not, most disc golfers are pretty adamant about throwing frisbees, but at the end of the day, with this passion behind this is to have a career and give back to our sport and continue the success of it, you know. So
absolutely. And I don't mean to, like, you know, the coloring book is obviously your main selling point, but that hat is dope. The other hat, I assume it's the logo that you got on the shirt there as well.
Yeah, correct. That's just our flagship logo. We do have some other things in the works. We are working on apparel, just trying to figure out what direction we're going to go with that, as far as, you know, stylish shirts and stuff like that. There's one of the things with our business is we're focusing on trying to minimize overhead. That being said, is like when it comes to apparel, it's really hard to do apparel and not have a bunch of backstock, essentially. You know, not have to spend or not have to buy thousands of shirts to have as an option, because there's so many different styles and preferences. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I personally am very, very picky about how my shirts fit. That could be because I'm, you know, a bigger dude and I don't like my gut showing, or you know, like everybody's got their reasons, you know. So it's hard to keep up with that if you know, if you're starting out small with no crazy backing. So
absolutely. Yeah.
But
RV3 wouldn't know anything about having a back stock of t-shirts
or polos.
Yeah, it happens. Like I said, we're trying to do stuff that's already in demand, essentially, before we just go blowing a bunch of stuff that's not.
No, that's a good call. And
so
I'm gonna need me one of those polos at some point.
100%
sharp.
Is that like wicking material,
just
or whatever?
Make sure you don't send one to me. I'm not allowed to have any polos. Specifically polos.
No polos. No, this is like a dry fit. That's the other thing. Like, if you know me in person, or if you've ever played around with me, you'll know real fast. Like, I sweat more than anybody on this planet, and I will put some money down on that. Like, okay, it's a problem.
Okay, let's fucking go, bro. We both live in Phoenix in the summertime.
It is on, dude. I don't like, ask around people who know me.
What a weird contest.
It is
sitting in the sun, like,
gotta make it where you can make it, man.
Hanging loose sweat off.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, but yeah. So that being said, everything I wear personally or try to make is catering to the person who's going to be wet. That was for you, Spicy Boy.
Like he knows me.
A little moist action.
I was literally telling them, I'm like, we were standing in the Spinners parking lot talking, and I was like, bro, if I don't get out of the sun in the next 30 seconds, I'm gonna die. But then you just kept like, you want to see these prototype discs I'm making? I was like, yeah.
Oh, dropping that bomb. Oh, shoot. Okay. So like I said, we were standing out there making smiley faces on our shirts and whatnot. It's always fun.
Great time. I was doing it on my forehead. You just put, you turn white because you're red. Yeah. Caleb knows.
Yep.
We got a bright side to that coming soon. Today was actually a lot cooler than it has been. So I think the cool weather is finally coming. Knock on wood, But.
Well, Phoenix, for those who don't know, just snapped their streak of 112 straight days over 100 degrees.
Is that what it was?
Insane.
Okay.
And so this week we've been like 92, 94 is the high. And then next week we're going back up to 105 for a couple weeks.
Jesus.
And then we'll finally cool down again. But yeah, imagine having a third of your year, a straight third of your year be 100 degrees plus.
Nah.
It's atrocious.
Nah, dog.
Where I'm originally from, the winter times are brutal, like negative temperatures.
Yep.
So I've experienced both, and I'll tell you what, like even as a person who sweats more than anybody, I'd rather take that 100-degree than that over that cold days. Those cold days are miserable. Your fingers hurt, like you can't do anything.
You're insane.
No,
you're both insane. Cold
all day. RV3, I'm with you on that one,
dude.
I'll put it to you plain and simple.
They call us desert rats out here for a reason.
You can only take so much off, but you can always put more on.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
That's how I am. I can put on a jacket and like block the cold or keep myself warm. I can't walk around with my tits out because I will get arrested. So I don't. Like this is really pushing it for me. When I disc golf in this shirt, I'm like, we got the first hanging loose nipple, and it's like people will throw things at me. So
people throw things at you.
My dad is texting me monstrous text messages. Right, look at that.
Lord,
yeah.
I was waiting.
He just canceled dinner on me because I told him I was going to be late. So,
yeah. I thought it wasn't your heart out yet.
It's not, but I told him, I was like, I have to record this whole episode and then I'll be over there. Because the plan was to just eat pizza and watch the D-backs game. And he's like, well, how late are you going to be? I was like, probably like 20, 30 minutes. And he's like, yeah, just stay home. We'll do it next week. So you got me all to yourselves, boys.
Oh, geez, man.
It's okay.
That is a win.
Between you and me, and I know he doesn't watch this, my dad's a bit of an asshole. So I'm not worried about it.
Oh, shit.
God, I can't wait till he sees this.
So what's it like in Oklahoma? What's your closest course?
Closest course is probably Bunny Hills. It's like a little 9-hole loop track.
Okay.
There's shorts and longs on each hole.
Nice.
It's a nice quick play if you want to just get in and out. I've talked about it several times on this podcast, but there's a course at the lake called Bodark, and it is the most nightmarish. It's the Northwoods Black of Oklahoma. It is what did I shoot? That over 2 rounds I shot plus 36. Just absolutely wrecked me.
Is that the one with the Hornets?
That's the one with the Hornets. Yeah, the first 2 times I tried to play it since moving to Oklahoma, I got attacked by Hornets on hole 1 both times.
Oof.
And yeah, so that course doesn't like me, and I'm going to play it this Saturday. So,
well, come armed with something.
Oh, friend of the podcast, D-Clip, Hans from D-Clip is going to stop by Ponca and come play around with me. So,
it's going to be so weird the day that we officially meet in person,
dude. Mm-hmm.
I think about it. Never.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
So do you get out to Arizona at all, Shank?
No, I've never been. Closest I've been is Colorado.
Okay, well,
you should come out here in August.
Yeah, no, I prefer to be not a puddle.
February is good. Come out here for the memorial some year. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, that's actually my is hopefully on the roster for the next couple of years.
And I mean, RV3, you just stay in Connecticut.
It's just a short drive from Connecticut.
Yeah.
I think it's only 12 hours from me.
Yeah, actually, I think Jordan and I need to, because I see Jordan all the time walking around Vista or like,
Castro?
No, color your game, Jordan.
Oh yeah,
he's also around as well.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, I run into Jordan Castro all the time out there too. But like when I'm filming for the memorial, it's the best because Terry hates it when people like give me recognition of any sort. So anytime anybody sees me and they're like Spicy, Terry's like, oh Jesus Christ. He's like, what have I done? I was like, you did it yourself. I was like, the people who know me from your channel. So it's
That's
not
awesome.
like, yeah, it's like you did that. And so it's really great when like Ricky comes up because I'm like, yeah, everyone wants to know who I am. Who's
so
Ricky?
I'll come up to Memorial next year, and then I'll wait for a moment to where I can push past Terry to go say hi to you.
God damn. No, so after every round, there's a sports bar right next to it called Duke's, and that's where Terry edits. So what you want to do is wait till we're sitting there editing and walk up and just start acting starstruck and be like, who's your friend?
Spiiciiboii?
Yeah. And then be like, who's your friend? I'd be, oh, this is Terry. And
if you guys hadn't met already, that would be so great.
That's right. I did meet Terry. Forgettable guy.
So we actually have a tournament coming up here locally called the Big Arm Challenge.
Yeah, I'll be filming.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. I was like, Terry's coming out here to film. Are you going to? I
don't know if Terry's coming out here to film. I think Terry's.
You're going to be on his behalf. I'm assuming. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've already spoken to Terry, and the plan is. My understanding. I don't know if he'll be here. If he is, that's great because I love to see him and hang. We just have props. What is? I don't.
So okay, I'm setting. I like how casual this is. You know, like you guys are a good group. Like it sucks you're far away because man, I wish we could all play together. But that being said, setting this all up, and I'm like, man, like a lot of the small stuff you can't really see, but if I set it up close, then you don't get the back stuff. It's a debacle, right? Like I'm not a professional filmer. I need a prop stick. Somebody recommended this. I took a disc golf retriever, put a piece of Velcro on the end of it. I could stick it up towards the camera without even moving. Prop stick.
Oh, sick.
Little segue into what we're doing here. Just some things we do again for local clubs and tournaments. This will be seen here first. Nobody's seen this yet, but we do pool patches and stuff.
Sweet.
Sick.
This is a custom pool patch for the tournament. So anybody who is part of that event will be getting one of these.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's got some maroon and gold trim, Arizona pop.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Took some time. We got a few different color variances and whatnot, but yeah.
My
little makeshift prop stick. You like it? Hey, there you go.
Oh, hey.
This is my time lapse that I got last year, and it was really funny because Tommy Guns, he's the TD for the Big Arm.
Yep.
He walks up to Terry right in front of me, and I think I told this story earlier, and he goes, he's like fans out 3 of these, and he goes, Terry, what time lapse do you want? And Terry's like, oh, I'll probably take that one. He goes, what one do you want, Spicy? Right in front of Tommy. And I was like, oh, Terry, you're the dog, man. What a good guy. And so I ended up getting one as well. So I will definitely be scarfing one of those patches from somebody out there.
Yeah. So I don't know how many people are in the event. I want to say it's like 200 or maybe just under. Ooh. I made 264 of these things. So there's plenty of people, nice. Spotters, volunteers. Yeah, I know he's heavily involving AB and his parents and stuff like that. So it's a fun event. They stretch out Vista essentially. They do an XL layout, but they stretch it out even farther. And like, I haven't played it yet. I've seen it. I'm always busy that time of year. I also don't have that arm. I'll be throwing stuff in the pond left and right.
I'm little noodle arm. My max distance is like 300 feet on a good day. So it's right now there's 160 registered players.
Damn,
that's full tilt. We've got Aaron Gossage, AB, Who else? Let's see who's in here. All sorts of names. I wonder if Parker will probably be back.
Adam normally comes out. Cupcake's generally out here.
Cupcake, Jake Brown, Jordan Castro.
Really great guys.
Do we want to pick winners? Try to pick winners? How far out is it?
I don't see Adam listed in the. I wonder if
it's in November, I believe.
December 14th and 15th, actually.
There, see.
Okay, no, I was gonna say I feel
I'm not the TD for a reason.
That was the first story you told on this podcast was the big arm challenge and filming for it. I was like, there's no way it's been a year already, but if it was in December, that makes sense.
Yeah, we started. I think
December.
What was it? It was the week of my birthday, wasn't it?
No, it was my birthday. We started on the 29th
of December.
No, November.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the week after my birthday then. But there's only 3 FPO players that have signed up. Jen Allen's one of them, and she was on the stamp last year. But it's just such a fun event because it's let's just throw the disc a country mile and
yeah.
So
it's always a fun one to watch.
For sure.
Yeah, it's big shots. Everybody likes to see big, cool shots,
Right.
Yeah, and there's a ton of them. Oh, Aiden's playing. I'll have to talk to him. Yeah, man. So you're doing patches. You have anything else planned for a big arm or Phoenix Ladies Open, especially since you said primarily your customer base is women. Do you have anything for PLO? Because Terry is almost always out here for PLO.
Yeah. So I'm very familiar with all the local TDs. Actually, most TDs from here all the way to San Diego area, as that's where most of my disc golf started. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I've been in conversation with the TDs for the PLO, and we do plan on sponsoring that event and possibly doing some stuff for them. Details haven't really been worked out yet. We got some time, but
I think definitely is it Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie, and she always has a good team with her as well.
But
yeah, Jamie Spencer is really she's great. She does a lot of good things for the sport and puts the effort in. So well, since we're shouting out, also going to Arizona State Championship this weekend. So shout out to Lake Havasu City Disc Golf Club for putting that on this year, hosting that.
Graham Russell, he's a friend.
Yep, Mercedes and Graham, great people. They again they truly care about the sport and they care about how they run their events and the effort put into it. So those things resonate really well with me.
Absolutely. Graham was the first person to ever gift me a disc. It was at my very first memorial. The feature card had just gone off on day 1 at Fountain, and he was just finishing his round, and I was standing there putting on the practice basket. And he was like, well, you hyzer putt pretty much, so you should really try an overstable putter. And he gave me
MVP disc.
His Atom. And
nice.
And I still have it. It's sitting right over there, actually. So shout out Graham and Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu has a course. They have a little island in the middle of the lake, and there's a course on that island, and that's the one I went and played last November when I was up there, and it was great. I can't think of the name of it to save my life, but it was a great course. Highly recommended if you ever get up there.
Yeah, it's called Grand Island Park. It's a small little 9-hole with multiple tee pads. Mm-hmm. And then they actually have a desert course that's been added on and multiple holes, more than 18. Don't quote me on how many more, but more than 18 desert course called Sarah Park, and also some installments of ball golf style courses. But those are hit and miss out here in Arizona. Ball golf is a thing, and it's expensive in the winter. And that being said, most of those courses don't A, have the room for us, or B, want us out there in the wintertime. So those courses mainly are available in the summer heat, where you just got to bite the bullet and take one if you want to play those courses, which are definitely worth it. I mean, my little opinion in here is I think disc golf is best professionally on a ball golf setting.
Really?
Not to open a can of worms here, especially from a guy in the sticks.
The sticks.
No, it's I really enjoy watching disc golf on a ball golf course. Actually,
what?
if you guys saw my Instagram post where I went ball golfing last week, got a little shitty, but it happens. Yeah, it was a great time. But all of the holes on that course are like, I think the longest one we played was like 140 yards. So they're all very short holes. Some of them are
nice putt, bro.
Some are like 90 yards. And so I actually brought discs on this very nice upscale to do executive course. And I was throwing discs from the tee pads, and the people I was with are like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Having fun. Leave me alone."
Right. Please tell me you tombstoned one into a green somewhere.
Well, I did.
Yes.
But the reason it's funny is because we were actually the last group before they did they closed for overseeding, because wintertime's coming up and they want the grass to be really lush. So after we played, no one was touching the course for 2 weeks. So it's fine.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
I had a great image of some rich old guy messing up his putt because he hit a slice that was just in the green.
I'm not going to... I can't say who stayed there, but I can tell you that RV3 would have loved to be at that hotel a couple of times earlier this year.
His friend, that guy in the comments, was there?
No, his friend number 99 on the Yankees was there, and the whole rest of the team. So, yeah.
Is that where they stay when they play down there?
Yep. I mean, I think they split between a few different places, but...
I have a friend in the comments. Who's this? I don't read comments.
He's a professional polo player.
Got a polo for you.
Yeah, he's the only one that cares enough about you.
Jesus. We love you, RV3.
RV3, cut that.
I love you, RV3.
No, it all stays in.
God, I've been waiting for you to cry. So, Jordan, as far as color your game goes, when did you originally have the idea, and how long did it take you to kind of put it into production / practice? Because when we were talking about it at Spinners, I was thinking this can't be something that you just were like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that tomorrow." You know what I mean? There's so much thought and effort and everything that goes into it. So I was curious. I keep thinking you have a snake on your shoulder, Caleb, and it's your freaking cat.
Yeah, it's just my feral cat.
Little kitty. Yeah, it definitely didn't happen overnight. I mean, nothing really does. Wishful thinking on wishing it would, but then I would consider that great, because a lot of them don't.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it didn't happen overnight. A lot of this comes from, like I said, the backing and where I started as disc golf. I started as a player and then immediately got involved into the community side, and I'd run local doubles events. I would run putting leagues at breweries back in San Diego. Ran 2 ice bowls back-to-back years, raised money for food banks. Right, so I got more involved into the community growth of disc golf, because to me it was like I enjoy this as a sport, and I want to continue that as a sport. But at that time, there wasn't a lot of people doing stuff, and the people that had the initiative just needed to take it, in my opinion, because, well, look where we are now. You know, I'm definitely not saying I played a part in that, but I think we all did. Everybody did. You know?
I think everyone involved, and I'm fairly new in the sport, and I think Spiicii's been a little longer.
This December will be 5 years. December 10th.
Okay. Yeah, so very similar. Yes. I was familiar with disc golf going back to probably 2015. But I didn't play very much. I had a friend that played, and he got me some discs, and I'd go throw with him when he was in town. But after that, I didn't play again till COVID, and I started at a job, and my coworker he started talking about disc golf one day. I was like, "Hey, I used to do that, and now I have a podcast." So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've told a lot of people, if people think this is silly or whatever their opinion
it is silly, but that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but at the end of the day, it's just making that leap and making it happen. You know, you're either gonna fail or you're not, but you're not gonna know until you do it. And you know, to the people that say that they can do the same thing, do it. Let's do it. It only adds to the thing. You know,
100%. I've said that a couple different times on the show. Like, if you think it's too late to start a YouTube channel, to start a podcast, to start a blog, to start whatever the heck you're dreaming of in this sport, we're so early still in disc golf.
Yeah,
still so early in disc. Get in while you can, stick around, stay with it, and you'll make it.
Absolutely. So to go back into, you know, I'm very good at, you know, drawing out stuff. I gave Kyle a fair warning, but he's like, nah. But anyways, to go back,
I've been so quiet, and I thank you for that.
so like I said, you know, this all came back when I was doing those events and community building and stuff before. I would throw up weekly posts and do a lot of graphics and just kind of, you know, photos of the best putt. I'd have people during doubles take pictures of each other and best photo submitted weekly, next person got a prize type thing. So
that's cool.
Building graphics like that and just constantly screwing around with art on a digital form. Because, you know, like I said, in person, that's not my thing. I'm good with tools, but for some reason I can't draw. But yeah, so digitally I'm great. But yeah, so like I said, I just work on a bunch of different graphics, and then I guess you can kind of say one night I was like, what if we do a coloring book? And it took me a few months to kind of go through it, and during those phases, I was like, I don't know. This is stupid. This is a waste of time. I'm not going to do this, you know? And then finally I got down to like the last couple pages of what would make 18. And I was like, send it. Why not? It's either going to fall flat on its face or it's going to work. And quite frankly, yeah, exactly. Why not?
I want this as a coloring page.
Yeah.
I want my giant 8-chin face.
We can put that bold on the back of a nice little polo for you.
We'll send that one RV3.
Yeah, I need to find somebody who does like Cricut printing on shirts or screen printing or something, because I need my face on things for sure.
Well, so that's part of our business as well. Is we've transitioned and grown into you know, designs and customization for clubs, and that comes across with our hats, with our shirts, with bag tags, with pool tags. We even do like keychains. So any of that stuff we can customize and put it down. And not only that, if you guys have an image, we can, you know, send me that image. We'll make it happen. I just the other day when I was meeting Kyle. Now. Yeah, like I said, we more the merrier. We're our plan of attack for the next year or so is to hit a lot of local tournaments and sponsor and vend while we're there. You know, just kind of make a presence, show ourselves. And then Kyle kind of dropped this bomb earlier on us, but
he dropped a bomb earlier. For sure.
We are working on some plastic, so that is in the works.
Really? I didn't know that was a no thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I bounced it off my partner in this, and you know, I was like, I don't even know if I should say anything about it. I'm not the guy that likes talking about stuff and building these false hopes and then to have it not become fruition, right? So that being said, I was like, but the prototypes we got are they're solid, like 100% solid.
They're quite solid. He let me grip his disc in the parking lot, and they are I'm very excited. I want them to happen because I will sweet talk him into giving me at least one of them.
Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah, dude.
When that time comes, count it. It'll happen.
Particularly excited about that mid-range because your boy loves a good mid, I'll be honest.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the beginning discs, like as somebody starting out in disc golf, if somebody in a professional setting or somebody with an experience offers you some advice, almost every time the best advice you're going to get is learn how to throw a mid-range or a putter.
Destroyer.
Destroyer.
Yeah. Here's a tilt. Have at it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, the mid-range we got going is looking pretty solid. The sample I have went straight in my bag. We don't have it approved yet, but once we get things finalized, that'll happen as well.
I wouldn't call you. I wouldn't call you on it.
Yeah.
It's
Dude, if somebody on my
I mean,
card
not
was
to be
like,
that
"Check
guy,
out
but
this,"
who checks, you know?
right? If someone on my card was like, "Hey, check out this disc I made," I'm not gonna be like, "Can't use that."
Yeah, right. Like at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of different examples out there. The CNC disc is looking pretty spicy. Like I really dig what they're on there. The 3D printed one is a cool idea. I think the finished product requires a much like higher end printer, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff, but that's what I would gather.
I think Bear Bite, he had a little signature disc for a while, and it was 3D printed, and he seemed to like them quite a bit.
I think he got them from the guys here in Arizona, NSH. Change your name. It's hard to say. NSH Discs. I think they do a lot of 3D printing for discs, and I think they sponsor his signature.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But let's get to our giveaway because we're near time, I think.
Yeah.
And
yeah, sorry to drag this on. I didn't know. I was looking at the clock and I was like, man, their normal videos are like 54 minutes. We're definitely past, but nonetheless. But before you wrap it up, I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me on here. It was a pleasure to meet you, Shanked. Hopefully we'll get to meet in person at some point soon.
Not before me.
And we'll continue to be in contact. I want to try to make some stuff happen with you guys in the future here. Like I said,
I appreciate that.
Dig what you guys have going, and all the support I think is great for everybody. So
yeah, it's mutual. We love what you're doing too, and I'm really excited. So this whole set right here, plus a hat. I got to get the hats from him sometime this week.
Hats are in the making.
We're gonna give away a coloring book, so that's 19 full colorable pages. A set of the colored pencils. Like I said, sharpener included. By the way, this is the coolest shit ever. I meant to tell you that. Having it all in one compact.
I think about a disc golf bag. Just throw that in there and you're good to go. You know?
Yeah, you got everything you need. And then we've got the mini and the bag patch. That'll all be coming out to somebody. So what I want you guys to do, go follow Color Your Game on Instagram. Do you have other socials?
We have Facebook and
on Twitter.
Twitter, X, if you will.
No, we won't.
I'm not. I push Instagram. Instagram's the biggest thing that I really push on. I don't have. I'm a one to two man show. I got another buddy involved in this, but for the most part, like I'm trying to keep up with it all, and it's best to just like have that one platform that does everything for me. So
yeah, so go follow Color Your Game on Instagram. It's exactly as his name appears on the screen. It's Color Your Game with no spaces if you're listening. And then what we will do is from today, release day, not recording day, moving forward, we will pick a winner and we'll send all of that out to you free of charge, of course.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate the having me on here, and you know our new minis. Whoever wins one of these, you're gonna be stoked on this. This is a new slimline mini. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like having stuff in my pocket. You don't feel this in your pocket, and it fits all PDGA code and standards. It is prime.
I love that.
And
it reminds me of those the rubber ones that they did for the Trilogy Challenge.
Oh yeah, the silicone ones. Yeah, those are super sweet.
Reminds me of those a little bit.
Yeah.
I like
cool guys.
They're like leather stitching and stuff. They're really, really nice. So I'm jealous.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you again for coming on the show and showing off your stuff. I love what you're doing. Keep it up.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, it was a pleasure being here, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, no problem. You got one more thing to do, which we do with everybody, and you have to send us out with a scream. So
a scream?
Yep.
I knew this guy didn't watch the podcast.
Yeah, he's a liar.
I definitely watch it. I definitely watch it towards the end, like a full on like a scream.
You give us if you gave us a full on scream, that would easily be the best scream we've ever got, because usually people are like, well, I don't want to be too loud. No, we want.
Man, I wish I had some background music, because I get down with some like screamo type music. So
same.
I'm there, but I don't. Oh man, I don't know that I'm in there right now.
What are you comfortable with?
Give us something.
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot.
Yep.
Is this just gonna cut out when I'm done?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, fellas. Well, it was a pleasure. Thank you again.
Let's go.
Perfect.
That was like the best.
G for life, baby.